Want to take your Disney cruise to the next level? Let's talk about the adult exclusive dining experiences you can find on board. With the Disney Fantasy sailing out to the UK in 2025 and the Dream returning in 2026, in this video we're going to focus specifically on the adult-only dining experiences on board these two ships, although lots of the tips I'm sharing will apply to Disney Cruise Line ships across the fleet. If you're new around here, hi, my name is Rhiannon Morgan, everyone calls me Rhi. This is the place to find top tips and vlogs for Disney Cruise Line, Disney parks, and magical adventures in the UK too. So the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy are sister ships, meaning their layout is identical, but there are some design differences on each ship. With regards to the adult-only dining experiences, both ships have both Palo and Remy on board to choose from. Now, most of the food on your Disney cruise is included in your cruise fare, as we discussed in my in-depth rotational dining video, as well as the video where we talked all about room service, deck food, quick service, and more. Now, the adult-only dining experiences at Palo and Remy are exclusive for adults age 18 plus and are charged at an upcharge on top of your cruise fare. Let's start by looking at Palo. Palo is an upscale Italian restaurant offering refined yet relaxed atmosphere with stunning ocean views and Venetian-inspired decor. Palo is available for brunch, which is a really popular option, or dinner for elevated Italian cuisine. There is a smart casual dress code, although it is more relaxed than Remy. Pricing is around $50 per person for brunch and around $50 per person for dinner. We dined at Palo for the first time on our last cruise, which was actually our fourth Disney cruise. With all of the food on the Disney cruise being so stunning and already included in the cruise fare, I honestly wasn't sure if Palo was going to be worth the extra money. We opted for brunch so that we didn't have to skip out on rotational dining with the children, because honestly, rotational dining is just amazing. The server team takes such amazing care of you. They really get to know you and your family. Please, if you've not yet seen the rotational dining video, do make sure you go and watch that before you cruise with Disney. So we chose brunch over dinner for Palo. The children went to the Oceania Club and to Edge for my husband and I to have a little bit of adult time. I wasn't quite sure how the food was going to be up-leveled from the already amazing food that we'd had at rotational dining, but it honestly was exquisite. The server teams were so knowledgeable, and although every cast member takes amazing care of you on a Disney cruise, it really did feel like an up-leveled special experience. The menus aren't actually available until you get on board for any of the restaurants on the Disney Cruise Line, including the adult-only dining experience, but equally they don't tend to fluctuate massively. So at Palo, you can expect food similar to the food that we experienced. You order from the menu, but it is all you care to enjoy for that set price. I think I ate more food in that Palo meal than I'd normally eat in a week of lunches at home, but it was honestly so nice to try so many different dishes that were all so beautifully prepared and presented and tasted sensational. So unless perhaps we were on a much longer cruise, on a 4 or 5 night cruise, I'd be reluctant to give up the rotational dining with my children because we enjoy the rotational dining and I know the children do too, so I wouldn't really want to skip that. Is brunch worth it? I would say 100% yes. Another experience we tried on the Disney Dream on the last cruise was the wine tasting, which was a lovely experience and was also $50 per head. And I would personally say that given the choice again to do on a future cruise, I would choose Palo over the wine tasting and would definitely say that it was worth the $50. Moving on to Remy, the French-style restaurant that can be found on both ships. It's a luxury French dining experience inspired by the film Ratatouille, but not character-themed at all. It's found next to Palo and is designed for real foodies. Dinner is a multi-course experience of Michelin-star level dining. Brunch contains high-end French delicacies. The dress code is smart formal, so slightly more dressy than Palo, and formal jackets are required. The pricing is also more than Palo, with brunch at around $80 per person and dinner starting from $135 per person, not including wine pairings. The dessert experience starts from $60 per person, with the wine pairing dinner starting at $230 per person. So it's all considerably more than Palo. If you really love Michelin-star level dining and French cuisine, Remy might just be worth a visit. And although I'm tempted to give it a go on our next cruise, just purely for the purpose of reviewing it, my gut feeling is that I think I'm probably going to end up preferring Palo, purely because I prefer Italian cuisine to French cuisine. And will Remy be that much better than Palo to be worth the extra money? If you've been to both, please do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But ultimately, I think we're going to have to give it a go for the purpose of market research to find out. Now, how do you book adult-only dining for a Disney cruise? When your bookable activity window opens will vary depending on your Castaway Club status. The Castaway Club is Disney Cruise Line's loyalty scheme, and the more you sail, the higher up the Castaway Club tiers you go. The higher up the tiers you go, the earlier you can book your bookable activities and the more choice you're going to have. Our next cruise will be the last time we're booking as Silver Castaway Club members. Silver Castaway Club members will have completed between 2 and 5 sailings. So when we get off the 5th sailing, we'll be gold members. The Castaway Club details can be found on the Disney Cruise Line website and inside of your Magical Cruise Planner, which you can get using the details below. Your Magical Cruise Planner helps you plan everything on your Disney cruise, from picking your ship to knowing when you need to pay all of your deposits and balances. You can find all the information as to when you can book your bookable activities and do your online check-in to make sure you get the best port arrival time. Plus book all of your pre-cruise arrangements, organise your outfit planning, your packing and your day-to-day itineraries, as well as capture your magical memories. For both the grown-ups version of the Magical Cruise Planner and the kids version, which takes out all the boring booking stuff and just leaves in all the fun, you can check out my Magical Planner store by scanning the QR code on screen or using the details down in the description or in the accompanying blog post. You'll need to find out when your bookable activity window opens by finding the details inside the Magical Cruise Planner, and you're going to want to start logging in at 5 a.m, which is midnight Florida time, 5 a.m. UK time, because that is when the window opens. This will give you the best chance at getting the reservations for your adult-only dining and any other bookable activities you're looking to get hold of, including other onboard activities and port adventures that we'll talk about in future videos. Now, Palo Brunch is especially popular, I'm guessing just because it means you don't have to give up your rotational dining reservation, and also it's more affordable than Remy. So these slots are going to book up super quickly. If it is your first cruise and you can't get any bookable activities, any adult dining or anything else, please do not panic, because first of all, the food on the Disney Cruise Line is amazing. Like I said, we didn't do any adult only dining until cruise number 4, and I did not feel we missed out in any way. The cruise food all across the ship is sensational. Even if you miss Palo and Remy, you're still going to have an amazing time. But if you've got your heart set on trying it, making sure you're logging in at 5 a.m. to get the best availability is a must. You can do these bookings for Palo, Remy and all the other onboard bookable activities either through the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app or through the Disney Cruise Line website on your web browser. Make sure you have all of your login details available, including the email you use to log into your Disney Cruise Line account, your password, and any details of your cruise and the slots that you're hoping to get, the days where you're hoping to dine. Make sure you have all of this ready before your bookable window opens. I'd recommend logging in and then just hitting refresh until those reservations become available. I've got a whole playlist of vlogs where you can log in with myself and one of my children, Wikipedia, who's my little Disney expert, where we take you through the whole process of booking your onboard activities, including dining, port adventures and board activities, step by step. I'd highly recommend checking out those vlogs before your onboard activity window opens, so you know exactly what to expect. If by the time you log on, all of the slots for the restaurant that you're looking for are gone, you can always visit guest services as soon as you get on board the ship and put your name on a waiting list. They sometimes hold a few slots back for guests to book on board, or if anyone cancels their reservation at some point between that booking window opening and the actual time of the reservation on board, those slots will open up, and then if your name is on that waiting list, guest services can contact you using the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app and let you know that you have that reservation. So is the adult only dining worth the price? Honestly, if it's your first or even second cruise, I would probably say it's fine to skip it, purely because you're not going to get round everything that's on offer on the ship anyway. If it's your first cruise, you're not yet in the Castaway Club, you're going to be the last people able to log in to book bookable activities. So if you have your heart set on it, there is a chance you're going to be disappointed not be able to get the reservation anyway. But honestly, I do not want you to be disappointed. However, there's a special occasion coming up, or you've cruised more than once, or even you're on a longer cruise, I would say that Palo was definitely worth the money. You will not be disappointed. And Remy, I guess we're going to have to go and find out so that I can report back. Out of curiosity, have you been to Palo or Remy? And if not, which one would you fancy dining at and why? Let me know in the comments. So we talked about the bookable activity window opening, and adult only dining is just one of the things you could look to book. Which other things are available to book for your Disney cruise? Click on the video on screen now and I will take you through your options. Click on the playlist to watch this entire Tips for Cruising with Disney from the UK series from the beginning so you do not miss out on any of the tips. Grab the planner below, check out my Patreon for some early release videos and some special bonuses to hang out with me a bit more, and I shall see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.